This broadcast is a production of Oneida Indians Live and the Oneida Special School District. No part of the audio or video from this broadcast may be redistributed or retransmitted without express written consent from the Oneida Special School District.
The following is a presentation of the Oneida Indians Network in collaboration with the IH Sports Network and South Fork Network.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. This will be our first softball broadcast of the season, as tonight the Oneida Lady Indians take on the Jellicoe Blue Devils here at the Jack Elay Sports Complex on this beautiful softball field. Jonathan Markham going to be bringing you the call this evening, joined alongside by a new face here on the Oneida Indians Network, Camden Jones, who will also be running camera. Big thanks to Will King up here doing scoreboard, PA announcing, other things of the sort. Of course, big thank you to Clayton Posey, Greg Bond, our technical directors, and, of course, Bing Garrett of the IH Sports Network. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with first pitch right after this.
If you're a DIYer, Lumber King is your supplier. Equipment and tools? We got it. Paint and cleaning supplies? We got it. Rugged apparel and lawn care? We got that too. Visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee to make all your DIY dreams come true.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday, or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends. Football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
As you catch the tail end of the national anthem here, we're set to begin this one here this evening. The Lady Indians coming to this game having a very solid season, managed to win a few here and there, Camden, as they come into this game. I can't remember it off the top of my head exactly. If I can get that to you, I will. But the record looks good. It's a very much a winning record. I believe they're doing well in district play as well. Tonight, obviously a district game against the Lady Blue Devils. So right now, we will take a look at the defensive alignment for the Lady Indians this evening. Starting things off, towing the rubber this evening, pitching for the Lady Indians is going to be number 2, Lillian Haley, the sophomore. As well behind the plate, another sophomore, number 14, Cameron Lee. Sophomores all around this field tonight, as at first base is sophomore Cadence Llewellyn, second base sophomore Maddie Pike, and shortstop is sophomore Braylee Grace England. Third base, a senior in Lauren Stevens. And then the outfield from left to right goes as follows. In left field is the junior Addison Jeffers, that is the freshman Addison Jeffers. And then in center field is the, a freshman or a sophomore, one of the two, Natalie Munoz, and in right field is the junior Addison Johnson. Going with a lineup, some injuries have plagued the Lady Indians so far this year. But this is the lineup that they're putting out here this game and have been putting out for the last couple games. Have managed to put up very solid performances. Of course, the win last night against Scott High School. I don't remember the score for that one, but it was a very good win for the Lady Indians last night. All right, we're about set for first pitch. As you see the throw down there from Cameron Lee. Oneida tonight in their home orange jerseys trimmed in white with white pants trimmed in orange, white lettering, and white numerals. So now here comes the first batter for the Jellicoe Blue Devils. That's going to be number 3, Hughes. As she digs in to the right-handed batter's box. The first pitch is inside for ball 1. First pitch comes in at 5:42 p.m. Camden, I believe it's a very good day to be playing some softball here. Weather is nice as that one sails. Actually, they're going to say that hitter, and she's going to take first base to start things off for the Blue Devils. But as I was saying, it's a very nice temperature out here today, nice and sunny, sky's blue. It's a great day to play some softball. Up to the plate now is number 00, Perkins. She is going to be the pitcher this evening for the Blue Devils. She grounds one down the first base side. Llewellyn can't get her hands on it. Johnson picks it up in right field, fires it back in. Cut off by the first baseman. Llewellyn keeps those runners at second and third, but I believe that's going to be called an error against Llewellyn at first base. Put that as an E3 in your scorebook. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Maggard stepping up to the plate. First pitch from Haley is going to sail just a bit high, ball 1. Haley steps back on the rubber. The pitch. Runs inside once again, nearly another hit by pitch. However, it'll just be ball 2. Haley delivers. Little high and tight. Count quickly 3-0. Lillian Haley finds herself behind, looking to battle back. Still no outs here in the top of the first. And that's going to be a strike there on the inside. Count moves to 3-1 against Maggard. Pitch from Haley. Runs inside, and that's going to be ball 4. Bases are loaded for the Blue Devils. Brings up that cleanup hitter, Lane, number 45, as she steps in. Big chance to score some runs here for the Blue Devils. First pitch, right down the gut. Strike 1. 0-1 to start things off. Trying to work that inside is Haley. Count moves to 1-1. Once again, trying to work that inside just off. Count moves to 2-1. Two-one pitch. Haley delivers. That one's fouled back. Count moves to 2-2, all even up. Two-two pitch. is high. Ball 3. Full count with the bases loaded. Still no outs. Real big chance here for the Blue Devils. As the payoff pitch from Haley. Called strike 3. First out of the inning comes by way of the K. So that brings up the 5-hole hitter, number 11, Jones. As she'll dig in, base is still loaded, 1 out. First pitch in there. For strike 1. Lillian Haley quickly getting ahead, 0-1. That one's going to run a bit high. Back pick from Lee. She got her. Caught her just being a little lackadaisical there on the bases. And that makes it runners on second and third with 2 outs. No more ability to sacrifice. There is some confusion over whether it's 2 or 3 outs. They're going to say that's 3 outs in the inning. That's going to take us to the bottom of the first right after the break here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
When you need physical therapy, don't just think of sports injuries and post-operative care. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we treat patients in all stages of life and with a wide variety of symptoms, from vertigo and headaches to hip pain and plantar fasciitis. The next time you need physical therapy, think South Fork Physical Therapy. From head to toe, we are here to help you.
We're back here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network, set for the bottom of the first. As you see, here come the Jellicoe Lady Blue Devils out for their first round of defense in this one. We'll take a look at their defensive alignment now. As on the mound will be, or should I say in the circle, will be number 00, Perkins. As well at catcher, number 3 will be Hughes. And then first base, number 12, Maggard. Second base will be number 22, Snyder. As well, shortstop is number 45, Lane. Third base will be manned by number 11, Jones. And then the outfield from left to right will be Williford, and then Long, as well Parton. They do have a designated player. We'll get to that when she comes around to bat. You see Perkins on the mound delivering her warm-up pitches. Of course, big thank you to Camden Jones for the visuals this evening. As we're just about set. Take a quick look at the lineup coming in for the Indians. Leading off is going to be number 2, Lillian Haley, a tremendous leadoff hitter for the Lady Indians. And then, of course, 1, 2, 3 due up this inning, as it is the first inning. She will be followed by number 17, Braley Grace England, and number 14, Cameron Lee. Plus more if we get there. But here comes Haley. She'll step into the box. First pitch from Perkins. A bunt from Haley just down that third base line. Running it out. Score that a 1-3 putout on the play. Solid bunt. Good play by Perkins to get out there, cover some ground coming out of the circle. Picks up the bunt, fires to first for the first out. Here's Braley Grace England. Now, first pitch to her is going to be a little high. Ball one. As England pops one up, second base side, it's going to fall in the outfield for a base hit. Just in that little right field gap right there, just in no man's land. Picks up the first hit of the ball game for the Lady Indians is the 2-hole hitter. Still one out. Here comes Cameron Lee to the plate, the 3-hole hitter. First pitch to Lee is fouled back. Tries to get it off the fence. That would not have resulted in an out if she would have caught it. But it is 0-1. Next pitch sails high, just over the head of their catcher, as Braley Grace England's going to take second base on the wild pitch. Next pitch is sent high in the air. Foul territory. Nobody's going to get there. Does move the count to 1-2. Believe there was a little miscommunication there between the third baseman and the pitcher. As I believe the third baseman believed the pitcher had that one. Pitch is going to be high and away. It's ball 2. 2-2 sits the count. England thought about going on that pitch, but decided against it. As that's going to be foul tipped into the glove. Strike 3. 2 outs. Now and that brings up the 4-hole hitter, Lauren Stevens, the senior. Should say the lone senior in this lineup, as she'll take ball 1. Stevens takes another ball inside. Moves the count to 2-0. As there's another ball, 3-0. Favorable count for the cleanup hitter, Stevens. As that one's going to run inside, ball 4 draws the walk. So now 2 base runners on for the Lady Indians, first and second. And up steps Cadence Llewellyn. She's gotten into a few this season, hit a few home runs here and there. As she's going to foul that one off. And I believe they're going to say they're going to give Braley Grace England a stolen base there. Not sure about that one. I figured the foul ball should nullify that. But I guess they're going to let her have it. As Lauren Stevens is going to take second. Maybe she didn't hit it. Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe it wasn't a foul ball. It's still a 1-1 count either way. As now, ball gets away from the catcher. Runners stay where they are. It's 2-1. Two runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Pitch to Llewellyn. Just a little bit early, sends it hard foul. Counts 2-2. As Llewellyn's going to send a line drive into right field. England's going to score. Throw comes in. Stevens heading for home. 2 runs. Will score. Cadence Llewellyn has busted this game wide open for the Lady Indians. 2 RBI single. As now, here comes Natalie Munoz. With Llewellyn on first. Perkins the pitch. Munoz going to take a cut at it. On the wild pitch. Llewellyn's going to move up to second. So Llewellyn will herself into scoring position. Munoz at the plate. The pitch from Perkins is going to be called strike 2. Now the ball gets away from Perkins. Llewellyn's going to take third. Working on the defensive indifference, or excuse me, that's the incorrect term. On the defensive errors is Oneida. That one's going to be just a bit outside. As that one also gets away from Perkins. Llewellyn heads for the plate. She's going to be tagged out for the 3rd out of the inning. Aggressive base running from Llewellyn. Maybe just a little bit too aggressive. As that takes us to the 2nd inning right after the break.
Danny's Drugs has been dedicated to providing patients with quality healthcare services since 1966. From our beginnings as a fountain drugstore to our current location on the 4th lane in Oneida, one thing has remained the same: exceptional service. Our staff of highly motivated and carefully trained professionals understand your needs and respond to them in a personal and friendly manner. Our staff works together as a team to provide the finest patient care available. That's Danny's Drugs, putting patients first since 1966.
Homestyle cooking with friendly service in a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razak's. Razak's offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razak's has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. Razak's. Country cooking and great steaks.
Excuse me, we are back here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. 2nd inning. Whoa, I'm stumbling all through my words today. 2nd inning is set to begin. Oneida Lady Indians with a 2-run lead coming into the 2nd inning. Coming off the 2 RBI base hit from Cadence Llewellyn in the last inning.
Number 11, Amy Jones.
So Jones will get a 2nd attempt at batting here as the, we'll call it controversial, 3rd out last inning came by way of the back pick from Lee. So fresh count. She'll start things off 1-0. As that pitch is going to be low, 2-0. I believe that one's going to be called just a little high. Good pitch from Haley. But the count is 3-0. 3-0 the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. Early base runner to start things off.
Jody Snyder.
As that's going to bring up number 22, Snyder. Jones on first. It's going to be a little inside, ball 1. That's going to be called a ball as well, 2-0. I believe Jones thought about going there, but she'll stay at first. Pitch from Haley is going to be high and out, 3-0. As that one gets away, ball 4. So 2 walks to start the inning for the Lady Indians. Brings up number 5, Williford.
Now batting number 5, Maddie Wilford.
Is there an I in that name or not? Is it Wilford? Wilford. Okay. My apologies. It's the way I have it written down. It's 100% my fault. Runners on first and second. As there's a swing from Wilford, 0-1. As that one's going to get inside once again, gets away from Haley, but Maddie Pike, the second baseman, there to scoop it up quickly, keeps those runners where they are. As there's another swing from Wilford. That makes it 1-2. One-two pitch from Haley is going to be swung on for strike 3. However, aggressive base running from Jones is going to move her up to third base, puts runners at first and third with 1 out.
Now batting number 15, Anne-Marie Long.
So here comes number 15, Long. She'll dig into the left-handed batter's box. First lefty of the night. Maybe the only one we'll see. First and third, 1 out. First pitch going to be swung on and fouled off. The pitch. It's going to be just slightly outside. 1-1. That one's going to be outside as well. Once again, some aggressive base running from the Lady Blue Devils. Runner at second. And now Jones making her way home. She's there. Some great aggressive base running from the Lady Blue Devils. So now that scores 2-1. with a runner on second, 1 out. That's going to be outside, but it will be swung on. Counts even at 2-2. 1 run has come across in the inning for the Lady Blue Devils, coming off the aggressive base running they are displaying here in the second. 2-2 pitch. Swung on for strike 3. 2 outs now in the inning, as we're going to see the 9-hole hitter, the designated player, number 2, Douglas. First pitch to Douglas. He's going to squirt away from Lee. And that will move Snyder up to third base. Really aggressive base running coming from the Blue Devils. This inning, they are taking advantage of the lackadaisicalness of the Oneida Lady Indians defense. As that one gets away, Snyder going to stay where she is. And they're going to say that one hit her. Puts Douglas on runners at first and third. As the lineup flips over, and here comes Hughes. Hughes hit by a pitch in her first at bat. First pitch going to be inside. Ball 1. Apologize for the noises there. I didn't realize me drinking that was going to be that loud. As that one's in there for a strike. 1-1. Just painted that little inside corner. Great pitch from Lillian Haley. As there's another one inside, 2-1. That one's going to sail just a tad high. And now another steal attempt here. They're going to get her. They're going to get the runner there for the third out of the inning. That was Douglas. They got her in a run down, going for second, and tag her for the third out. We're going to the bottom of the second. Lady Indians still up by 1. We'll be back right after this.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Vigilance Security and Technology offers cutting-edge security solutions tailored for industrial, commercial, and residential spaces. With our 4K resolution cameras, expert installation, and comprehensive networking services, you'll experience unparalleled clarity and peace of mind. Secure your future with the team that goes the extra mile. Call Vigilance today. 423-286-3533.
We're back for the bottom of the second here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. One run came across for the Lady Blue Devils in the previous half of this inning. Natalie Munoz will still be up to bat, coming out after the out on the base paths from Cadence Llewellyn in the previous inning. See Perkins warming up on the mound. She better put her mask on. I guess not right now. Excuse me. So this inning, it will be 6, 7, 8 due up for the Indians. Camden Jones is giving me a look because I said 6, 7. We're mature adults here, Camden. We don't do things like that. I'm kidding. I'm messing with you.
Are you, though?
Am I? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me.
Number 8, Natalie Munoz.
That's good enough, Will. You got it. All right. Natalie Munoz is stepping back in, gets a fresh count. I don't remember what the count was last time, but maybe this helped her, maybe this hurt her. We'll see here as she steps in. First pitch is going to be high. Ball 1. Just gets away from the catcher as well. No runners on base, so luckily no damage done. As that one's going to be low. 2-0. Start things off. As she's going to hit a line drive right back up the middle to Perkins. Just bobbles it, still manages a throw, and gets the out. Score that a 1-3 putout as it's the first out of the inning.
Maddie Pike.
As up steps Maddie Pike to the plate. First pitch to her is going to be high. Ball 1. Maddie Pike coming off an incredible game last night. Went 4 for 6 at the plate with a home run. Also home runs from Braley Grace England and Cameron Lee last night. As that's going to be a fly ball high in the air towards the right fielder. She can't make the play. Pike's going to go for second. Rounds it, heads for third as the ball comes in. And Maddie Pike's going to go for the plate. And she'll make it. She'll score off of the E9. She will score off of the E9, come all the way around.
Now batting number 7, Addison Johnson.
Extra run there for the Lady Indians as up steps number 7, Addison Johnson of the Lady Indians. Head umpire goes out there to talk with Perkins for just a second. First pitch to Johnson is swung on and fouled off. She'll start things 0-1. The pitch from Perkins is inside, 1-1. As she's going to swing there, foul another one off. It's going to make things 1-2. Scoreboard reads 1-2-3 as the score is 3-1 in favor of the Lady Indians here in the second inning. The 1-2 pitch is high for ball 2. Back even, 2-2. And that's going to be strike 3. Addison Johnson goes down looking for the second out of the inning. So now, here is the 9-hole hitter, Addison Jeffers, the freshman. First pitch is a ground ball down the first base side. It's going to be picked up, and she'll take it to the bag herself for the unassisted putout. Of course, the run scored by Maddie Pike coming off of the error gives the Indians a 2-run lead as they'll take that into the third inning, which we'll see right after this.
The superior technology of fiber optics carries a communication signal that is more robust and reliable than older technologies. Connecting homes and businesses directly to fiber optic networks enables enormous improvements in what bandwidth devices are capable of delivering. Experience Highland Communications' world-class broadband, delivered over Highland Telephone Cooperative's fiber optic network to make your online experience extraordinary. Highland Telephone and Highland Communications. World-class connections with a local, hometown touch.
A local bank puts its customers first.
A local bank is committed to giving back and being a community partner.
A local bank is with you every step of the way and celebrates your success.
A local bank is a familiar face that treats you like family.
A local bank is big enough to serve you and small enough to know you by name.
For 120 years, First National Bank has been Scott County's local bank. First National Bank, your family, your future, your bank.
Welcome back here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. As it's the top of the third, Lady Indians have a 2-run lead. As Lillian Haley returns to the mound, trying to keep that score exactly where it is. As it'll be Hughes' turn at the plate. Lineup has flipped over. Hit by pitch in her first at-bat. First pitch from Haley in this inning is swung on for strike 1. As that pitch is going to be a little bit high. Going to move things to 1-1. As there's a ground ball towards Llewellyn. She scoops it up, steps on the bag for the first out of the inning. Unassisted put out by the first baseman, Lou Allen. As now here comes the pitcher, Perkins. She'll step in. Reached by way of error, her first at bat. As that one's going to go inside. Gets away from Lee behind the plate. Starts things off 1-0. Haley's pitch is sent high into the air in the outfield. Johnson tries to get it. She'll just miss it. And that puts that runner on first base. Score that as an E9. As that brings up Maggard. Pitch gets away from Lee, and Perkins is going to pull into second after the pass ball. Pitch from Haley. Haley consistently trying to work the inside this evening. Some of them are working out real well, making some good pitches. Of course, that one just a little inside for a ball. She goes back to that inside for a strike. So now that puts things, I believe, at 2-1. There's another one going inside. It's 3-1. Head umpire agrees with me. That's always good. As she will draw the walk, putting runners on first and second for the Lady Blue Devils. Only one out in the inning. So that brings up Lane. As she'll swing at the first pitch, strike one. Lee's going to back pick, and that's going to result in runners at first and third. Aggressive lead from Perkins, and she moves up to third after the rundown. Runners on first and third, only one out. Lane at the plate looking to drive in some runs here. As that one's going to sail just a bit high. Runner takes off for second. Checks the runner back at third. Good decision there by Haley, making sure that run doesn't score. But it does put runners in scoring position, second and third. Big chance for Lane here to do some damage. That one's going to be inside as well for another ball. Count is 3-1. Ball four. Bases are loaded. And that brings up the 5-hole hitter, Jones. Reached by way of the walk in her first plate appearance. Now bases loaded, one out. Chance for the Lady Indians to turn two here, as that one's going to be inside for ball one. The back pick from Lee once again. They got her. So now that runner on third is eliminated. She's out on the back pick. And that means there are two outs with runners on first and second. Much more favorable situation here for the Lady Indians now, rather than bases loaded, one out. Now no chance of a sacrifice hit, as there's a ground ball right back to Haley. She fires over to first, and a 1-3 putout gets them out of the inning. Great defensive plays from the catcher, Cameron Lee, and the pitcher, Lillian Haley, to end this inning. We're going to the bottom of the third right after the break.
Respect, compassion, integrity, commitment, community. Those are a few of the principles that guide Mountain People's Health Councils in everything we do. We respect our patients and their need for quality health care. We have compassion on those that are sick and hurting and need help. We are committed to do everything we can to help those in need. And we're focused on providing our friends, family and neighbors with the very best health care available.
If you're a DIYer, Lumber King is your supplier. Equipment and tools? We got it. Paint and cleaning supplies? We got it. Rugged apparel and lawn care? We got that too. Visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee to make all your DIY dreams come true.
Welcome back. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, I had a little tickle in my throat there. As we are set for the bottom of the third here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. 1-2-3 due up this inning for the Lady Indians. The lineup has turned over. Lillian Haley will be taking her second at bat in this one. Of course, grounded out in her first against Perkins, who is still on the mound here in the bottom of the third. Story so far this game for both teams has been the costly errors. Those errors have cost some major runs for both teams. So now Lillian Haley stepping in. First pitch is swung on and missed. Strike one. Solid pitch there by Perkins. Gets Haley to chase. As that one's going to go high, evens things up, 1-1. They're going to say that one's a little low, 2-1. So now Perkins steps back on the rubber. 2-1 pitch. High and tight. 3-1. Very favorable count for the hitter, Lillian Haley. And that's going to be low for ball four. She draws the walk. And now the speedy base runner, Lillian Haley, is on first base. Could cause some major problems for this Lady Blue Devil defense. Braylee Grace England up now. Singled in her first at bat and came around to score. As that ball's going to get away, Lillian Haley's going to move up to second. No problem on that one. Pitch from Perkins. Is high, ball two. I think maybe thought about throwing down towards Haley there, but decided against it. As there's a foul ball from England. They are directing Lillian Haley back towards second base after the foul ball. Believe that's because of the earlier thing in the game where they may have missed the foul ball and allowed the runner to take the base. Maybe I'm wrong there, though. Maybe there's a very possible chance that she did not make contact on that pitch. As there's inside, Haley runs for third. Caught in a rundown now between second and third. The speed of Lillian Haley on display. Look at the slide. She's in there. Moves up to third. Good base running instincts. from Lillian Haley. Still no outs. Lillian Haley on third. As I said, when she got on first base, that speed was really gonna be a problem for the Lady Blue Devils, and we see it here. As Braley Grace England is gonna take the walk. So runners on first and third, two very speedy runners on first and third, as Cameron Lee steps up to the plate. Struck out her first at bat. As she's going to knock one right up the middle. Lillian Haley's going to trot home. Braley Grace England breaks for third. And now she's going to head for the plate. Throw comes in. She's in there. 2 runs will score. And Cameron Lee moves up to second base. So 2 RBI single for Cameron Lee. Just a good piece of hitting, knocks that one right back up the middle. Lauren Stevens now up as she's going to send one high into the air, out into no man's land. It's going to drop. Nobody can get to it. As Lee pulls into third. First and third after the single from the senior Stevens. Still no outs in this inning. Cadence Llewellyn up at the plate. Lady Indians with a 4-run lead.
Currently runners on first and third.
As there's a ground ball right towards the shortstop. Stevens going to pull into second base. And Llewellyn is safe at first. Lee comes around to score. And now a 5-run lead. How about it, Camden? How about it? Lady Indians have got a rally started here. Still no outs. Natalie Munoz up at the plate. Those runners on first and second. Stevens and Llewellyn. Looking to add to this already tremendous lead. First pitch to Munoz is high, ball 1. As she's going to send a little looper down to second base. Throw is over. And they're going to say she's out. That is just the first out of the inning for the Indians. Moves the runners over. Productive out on the 4-3 put out from Natalie Munoz. Brings up Maddie Pike with 2 in scoring position and 1 out. First pitch. Swung on, gets away. Runners will stay where they are. Starts things off 0-1. That one's going to sail just a bit high. Once again, runners stay where they are. It's 1-1. That 5-run lead. 2 in scoring position on second and third. Still only 1 out. As that one's going to be inside. 2-1 is the count. Pitch to Pike. Low and outside, ball 3. 3-1 count now. And that's going to be ball 4.
Now batting number 7.
Base is loaded.
Johnson.
After Pike draws the walk, still only 1 out. That does set up the double play for the Lady Blue Devils. Brings Addison Johnson to the plate. She'll step in. The pitch from Perkins is a high fly ball. That's fair, right on the line. Never mind, it was called foul. I believe that first base coach Sean Lee actually said that was foul. I mean, look up here, it looked like it hit the line, but maybe we were wrong. 0-1. Pitch to Johnson is high, 1-1.
Still only 1 out for the Lady Indians currently.
The 1-1 pitch is going to get away. Once again, the runners stay where they are. 2-1. Big chance for Addison Johnson to drive in some runs here. As there's a chopper, gets just right past the pitcher. The throw to first. And she's safe. Score that as an infield single for Addison Johnson and an RBI for her as Stevens crosses the plate.
Bases are still loaded here.
As Camden said, the bases are loaded. Still only 1 out. Now that 6-run lead, Addison Jeffers at the plate. That's high. Llewellyn's going to break for the plate. And she's safe. Some more aggressive base running shown today by the Lady Indians. As there's another run across. 7-run lead. Runners on second and third. And there is still only 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Jeffers going to foul that one off. Pitch from Perkins is low for a ball. That's a fair ball. The throw to first. And she is out. 2 outs now in the inning. Maddie Pike did come across to score. 8-run lead. 9-1 for the Lady Indians. As the Lady Indians have officially batted around, Lillian Haley back up. She was the first batter of this inning, and she has now come around to bat again. Drew a walk earlier in the inning. As first pitch to her will be outside, ball 1. As she's going to send a fly ball out into right field. And the right fielder's going to get a hold on it for the 3rd out of the inning. What an inning for the Lady Indians multiple runs scored. They have a commanding lead now over the Lady Blue Devils as they will take that into the fourth, which we will see right after this. We're back here for the top of the fourth here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network, coming off of an impressive inning offensively from the Lady Indians. I'd have to count this up. Hold on. Don't you be coughing on my broadcast, Camden. It's all right. I know you've been dealing with a little sickness here and there. So have I. Listen, I coughed last night too, and I've coughed a little bit this night. This night is also known as tonight in circles of people who actually speak English.
22, Jody Snyder.
6, 7, 8 due up for the Lady Blue Devils as here comes Snyder. Haley steps on the rubber. First pitch of the fourth is in there, strike one. That one's going to be just a little bit high, evens things up at 1-1. Going to be late on the inside pitch there. Chops it foul. Moves the count to 1-2. Next pitch from Haley is down the first base line, foul once again. Count remains 1-2. A little hard to throw there from Llewellyn. Back to Haley. The 1-2 pitch. Battling at the plate is Snyder, trying to stay alive in this 1-2 count. Continuing to battle in this 1-2 count is Snyder. She fouls another one off. Pitch to Snyder. They're going to say that was foul tipped. She's continuing to battle, trying to stay alive. So that one's going to be inside 2-2. Really good at bat here for Snyder, the Lady Blue Devils second baseman. Two-two pitch. Inside once again, has worked it back into a full count after being down 1-2. As here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4. She will be awarded first base. What an at-bat by Snyder. Basically wills her way onto base. Here comes Wilford for the Lady Blue Devils. I mean, just a long drawn-out at-bat, bunch of foul balls, and then ends in a walk. As that one's going to get away from Lee. And Snyder will move up to second. They're going to say that pitch hit Wilford. She will be awarded first base.
Now batting number 15, Anne-Marie Long.
Brings up Long, the lefty, for the Lady Blue Devils. Runners on first and second, and no outs. First pitch is outside for ball 1. As there's one just a little low for ball 2. Haley looking for the double play. As there's another one outside. So that's ball 3. Three and 0, favorable count to Long. As that one's just going to catch the outside black. 3-1. Good pitch from Lillian Haley. Painting that outside corner. As there's another good pitch from Haley. Forces a foul ball. It's a full count, 3-2.
Currently runners on first and second with no outs in the top of the 4th.
As that one's going to be outside, ball 4. That loads the bases with no outs. A great situation to be a fan of the Lady Blue Devils. As up steps the 9-hole hitter, Douglas.
Now batting number 14, Emily Harden.
It's okay, Will. You're good. First pitch to Douglas is high for ball 1. One 0 the count. That run runs a bit inside, brings it to 2-0. Once again, running inside 3-0. Haley going to have to look to battle back from a 3-0 count once again. As that's ball 4, there's a walk. A run comes in on the walk with the bases loaded. So that lead has been cut down to 7. As now the Lady Indians defense going to come to the mound and talk things out for just a second. Looks like there may be a spot within the pitcher circle that maybe needs to be looked at and fixed. As now Coach Jason Perry returns to his dugout. As well, the Lady Indians defenders return to their positions. The leadoff hitter Hughes back up. As the first pitch is in there, strike one. What a pitch from Lillian Haley on the outside half of the plate. Next one runs in and grabs her. It's another hit by pitch for Hughes. That's her second of the game. And it does bring in a run. That lead is down to 6.
Bases are still loaded for the Lady Blue Devils with 0 outs.
That is true. There's still no outs in this inning. Head umpire has gone to check on the base runner at first. Truthfully, maybe just giving her a second after the hit by pitch. Camden, you ever been hit with a softball?
Can't say I have.
It's not soft. Despite the name, it is not a softball. I bunted a softball into my own face one time. That was not fun. First pitch swung on for strike one. I was about 8 years old, just playing in my grandparents' yard, and I bunted a softball right into my forehead. Had a big welt on my head. Faith Mitchell has walked into the press box and is now giving me a weird look about my softball bunting story. Regardless, the count is 1-1 after that pitch goes inside. Bases loaded, still no outs. As that one's going to get away from Lee. Count is. Camden, is that umpire saying 2-1 or 3-1? 3-1. Will says 3-1. All right. Up 2-1. All right. You're good, Big Will. That one's going to go inside as well. Now it is 3-1. Still no outs in the top of the fourth. As there's a ground ball right up the middle. Munoz can't get a hold of it. One run has already come across. Another. The throw to the plate. 2 runs have scored. And runners are on first and second. The Lady Blue Devils have quickly cut into this lead. The Lady Indians now only lead by 4. What was once a 8-point lead.
Now batting number 12, Emily Matter.
Now turned into a 4-point lead.
I've seen a lot crazier things in games of baseball and softball, but not too many. Thank you for that, Wilking.
Runners on second and third with still no outs, I believe.
Oh my gosh, yep, there's still no outs. This inning is going to last forever. But it's good softball. You're getting some good softball here on the Oneida Indians Network tonight. As that pitch is inside, is it 1-1 or 2-0? 2-1. 1-2. There's not been 3 pitches. Okay, 1-1. As that pitch is in there for a strike, another back pick attempt by Lee. This time the runner will be in safely at third. They are saying 2-2 after the called strike. Am I correct in saying Magrid's at the plate right now? And that is going to be strike 3. That's the first out of this inning for the Lady Blue Devils. Put together a good inning, answered the Lady Indians well after they put up their good offensive inning. Now brings up Lane, still only 1 out. Runners at second and third, 2 runners in scoring position. As that first pitch is going to be swung on, she was trying to get those runners in one swing right there. Could quickly turn this into a 2-run game. They're going to say that one's just a bit inside. It's ball 1, 1-1. There's another one that's going to be just a bit inside. 2-1. There's another pitch swung on. The back pick attempt is going to end up in the outfield as another run comes in. One's trying to get there. Both runners score. It's a 9-7 ball game. What was once an 8-run lead is now a 2-run lead here in the top of the 4th. What an inning for the Lady Blue Devils, as they have scored 6 runs in this inning in response to the Lady Indians' 5 they scored last inning. Or, 4. 6. It was 6. If you've watched enough Oneida Indians Network and IHSN Network, sometimes you know I struggle with simple math. I'm an English guy. That's how it is. I'm much better at English. Well, actually, if you've heard my stutters tonight, you might even question that. As there's a walk.
Still only 1 out in the top of the 4th.
Oh, my goodness. Yep, you're right. There's still only 1 out. As here comes Coach Jason Perry to the mound. I believe we're going to see a pitching change here. Out on the mound talking to his pitcher, Haley. Looks like she will stay within the pitcher circle. Will. It's still the top of the So Lillian Haley will remain in the pitcher's circle with that runner on first and only 1 out. Still plenty of chances for the Lady Blue Devils to tie this ball game or even take the lead. As number 11 Jones steps into the plate representing the tying run. First pitch to Jones. There's another back pick from Lee. Runner caught up in a rundown between second and third. Ball soars over the head of Braley Grace England. As now the runner's going to move all the way up to third after the error. So now just a fly ball or a ground ball can score the run from third. As Jones steps in. That pitch right down the gut for a strike. As she's going to send one high in the air in foul territory. And Lou Allen's going to make the catch right up against the Lady Blue Devils dugout. So 2 outs after the pop-up from Jones in foul territory. As now the Lady Blue Devils have officially batted around as well. As the leadoff hitter of this inning, Snyder, is now back up. One and 0 the count. Pitch to Snyder is going to be high. 2-0. That was the best knuckle crack I've ever heard. I wonder if the mic picked that up. That's a really good knuckle crack. That one's going to be low. Good pitch from Haley. Just going to be just a little bit out of the zone. It's 3-0. What? It's 3-1? Okay, thank you, Camden. Regardless, that's going to be ball 4. Puts runners at first and third on the corners. Runner at third caught in a rundown, but they'll keep her at third. But Snyder's going to move up to second in the midst of the confusion. That's the thing you see in softball sometimes. With they got the shorter bases than baseball, only 60 feet compared to the 90. So you see a lot of aggressive base running plays, and it's amazing to watch in the game of softball. As there's one that gets away from Lee, it's going to be 1-0. And the run scores from third. It's a 1-run ball game here, folks. 8-9 is currently the score. Sorry, Camden, go ahead.
It's been quite the inning for the Lady Blue Devils as they've scored 7 points in the top of the 4th inning.
That would be runs, but yes, 7 runs have been scored. It's all right, Camden. Everybody does it every once in a while. And there's another hit by pitch. Puts runners back at the corners. Now Wilford. That's our second hit by pitch of the inning.
Now batting number 15, Anne Marie Long.
As back up steps the lefty Long. Drew a walk earlier this inning. Umpire once again checking on the runner at first after the hit by pitch. Lady Indians have begun to talk amongst themselves as play has stopped. As now the official has returned behind the plate. And play will continue. Long stepping into the left-handed batter's box. Two outs, top of the 4th. Runner takes off for second, and she'll take it. So now those 2 runners in scoring position, there is 2 outs, so no chance of a sacrifice fly or a sacrifice hit. So we'll see here. That one's going to be outside. It's 2-0. There's another one that goes just a bit outside. Count is 3-0. As we're going to see a swinging strike there. I apologize, I was wrong. There is 2 strikes on the batter. It is a full count. So supposedly the count was 2-2. This umpire's 3-2 and her 2-2 do kind of look kind of similar. So easy mistake to make. And that's going to be called strike 3. What an inning for the Lady Blue Devils, scoring 7 runs in this inning, making it a 1-run ball game. But we're going to the bottom of the 4th right after the break.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
If you're a DIYer, Lumber King is your supplier. Equipment and tools? We got it. Paint and cleaning supplies? We got it. Rugged apparel and lawn care? We got that too. Visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee to make all your DIY dreams come true.
We're back here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network after the marathon inning that was the top of the 4th, as we're now here for the bottom of the 4th, where we will see how the Lady Indians will retaliate after the 7-run top of the 4th put up by the Jellicoe Lady Blue Devils. Due up this inning for the Lady Indians, it is 2-3-4. As Braley Grace England is due up to lead off. Can't believe this is a 1-run ball game. It was an 8-run ball game a couple minutes ago. What a game we're getting here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. It's pretty good softball out here at Jack Elay Sports Complex.
Now batting number 17, Braley England.
Now Perkins returns to the rubber. And up steps Braley Grace England. Been on base twice today, a single and a walk. First pitch. Outside for ball 1. That one's inside for ball 2. Gets away from the catcher. That one's going to sail wide for ball 3. And 4-pitch walk puts Braley Grace England on base.
Now batting number 14, Cameron Lee.
And brings Cameron Lee to the plate. Some speed on first with Braley Grace England. Dangerous hitter in Lee at the plate. As she swings at the first pitch and fouls it back, 0-1. That pitch was a little bit high, but she still got a piece of it. As she'll step back in. Pitch from Perkins. Is a ground ball to the shortstop. Steps on the bag for 1. And Cameron Lee will be safe at first. So 1 out, coming off of the unassisted putout by the shortstop. But Cameron Lee will be standing on first as Lauren Stevens steps up to the plate. The pitch. Inside, Cameron Lee going to take off for second. And she's in there. Puts herself in scoring position for the hitter Stevens. As Stevens sends a ground ball to the third base side. She steps on the bag. No out. As that ball gets away from the first baseman. Stevens going to pull into second. Lee's going to stay at third. Score that as an E5. And it puts runners at second and third with Cadence Llewellyn up at the plate. First pitch, outside, ball 1. How many outs are there? 1. 1 out. So big chance for Cadence Llewellyn. As a hard ground ball sneaks through the infield. Lee comes in to score. Stevens makes her way to the plate. Llewellyn towards second. 2-run score. Lady Indians are regaining that lead. As here comes Natalie Munoz. Runner on second, 1 out, and 2 runs have been scored this inning. First pitch is going to be in the dirt for ball 1. That pitch also outside, 2-0. Cadence Llewellyn takes off for third, and she's tagged out. That'll be the second out of the inning. So now no runners on, 2 outs, as that ball is going to be behind Munoz. Believe the count is 3-0. Pitch from Perkins is outside, ball 4.
Now batting number 5, Maddie Pike.
So 2 outs brings up Maddie Pike with Munoz on first. Lady Indians maybe want just a couple more insurance runs here in this inning. First pitch, inside corner. Good pitch from Perkins for strike 1. That one's going to be low for a ball. 1-1.
The Indians right now only have a runner on first with 2 outs.
That pitch is going to be high. Brings the count to 2-1. That one swung on. Munoz takes off for second. She'll be in there. Puts herself in scoring position. As Pike is facing a 2-2 count. Called strike 3 for the third out of the inning. 2 runs scored this inning. Will that be enough for the Lady Indians to keep the lead? Find out after the break.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razax. Razax offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razax has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. Razax. Country cooking and great steaks.
Congratulations to the South Fork Physical Therapy Class of 2026. Through the years, it has been our privilege to be a part of these young people's lives. To all of these seniors, Highlanders, and Indians, we wish you a lifetime of health and happiness. Thank you for allowing South Fork Physical Therapy to be a part of your journey.
We're back here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network for the top of the 5th, as we are going to see a pitching change for the Lady Indians as the catcher Cameron Lee has moved into the circle, as Lillian Haley is now slotted in at shortstop, moving Braley Grace England to first, and Cadence Llewellyn has been slotted in behind the dish for the Lady Indians. Cameron Lee, a sophomore, but has been pitching for quite a while in the Lady Indian system. Pitched in middle school, got some time pitching last year, has pitched a good amount this year as well. As she is now warming up just down the third base line. Camden, if you can get a shot of that real quick. You can see Cameron Lee warming up there down the third base line in front of the Lady Indians dugout. Let me check. Are there any other defensive changes? I don't believe so. Coaches and officials currently having a meeting at home plate. Coach Jason Perry talking with his team quickly. All right, we should be set to begin the top of the 5th. Wilbur, who you got due up this inning? Douglas? So it will be 9-1-2 due up for the Lady Blue Devils. Yeah. All right, top of the 5th is underway as Douglas.
Number 2, Kelsey Douglas.
Is about to step in. There's the throw down from Llewellyn. As she'll get her first reps behind the plate this evening. As here's Cameron Lee's first pitch. It's going to come in and catch Douglas right on the leg. You know that can't feel good. That is going to give the Lady Blue Devils a base runner as the lineup turns over. Looks like we are going to see a pinch runner come in to replace Douglas. And that is number 14, Parton. She is actually the right fielder in this game. And now she is standing on first base. As after the hit by pitch, the lineup will turn over, and here comes Hughes. First pitch is in there, strike one. The 0-1 pitch from Lee is inside 1-1. There's another one running inside. It's 2-1. That's going to be called a hit by pitch, actually. So 2 hit by pitches to begin the 5th inning. So runners on first and second as here comes Perkins. Temperature starting to drop. You see some hoodies out there. That one's going to be just a tad high. Ball 1. That one's inside 2-0. First and second, still no outs, 2-0. As there's a ground ball over to the second baseman, Pike. She gets the force out at second. And that's all they're going to get. Runners at the corners and 1 out. So score that. A 4-6 put out. As the runners move up to first and third, here's Maggard now, as she's going to foul one straight back, 0-1. There's another foul ball straight back. Quickly down 0-2. Good pitch on the outside there by Lee. And the runner on first will move up to second on the stolen base. As there's a fly ball in the air, right field. It'll drop in no man's land for a base hit. 1 run scores for the Lady Blue Devils. Now a 2-run lead for the Lady Indians. Never mind, that's going to be out. She never touched home plate. The runner from third never touched home plate. Runners still at first and third.
Now, buddy, number 45.
Tagged out by Cadence Llewellyn. There's a fly ball out into center field gap. Munoz can't get there. 1 run comes in. Runner still chugging around the bases. And they're going to pull into second and third. One run scored. Called a RBI double for Lane. And here comes number 11, Jones. That one runs inside 1-0. Pitch from Lee is high for ball 2. That one gets away from Llewellyn. It's going to be ball 3. And the run will score from third as well. It's another 1-run ball game. And the runner moves up to third. Scores 11-10. And there's still only 1 out in the inning. Count is 3-0 to the batter, Jones. Thank you. That pitch is called a strike. Moves to 3-1. Inside ball 4, excuse me there. Inside ball 4. Runners at first and third with 1 out. I apologize. There are actually 2 outs. So runners on first and third with 2 outs. There's another ball that gets away from Llewellyn. Runner caught in a rundown between second and third. And they're just going to walk her back. They'll just walk her back to third. They won't chance it here. Runners on second and third. So the batter, Snyder. Pitch in there for a strike. It's 1-1. as there's a hit by pitch on Snyder. And that'll load the bases for number 5, Wilford. Big chance for Wilford. Can tie this game up and give the Lady Blue Devils the lead with one swing of the bat here. As first pitch is high for a ball. This umpire's strike zone consistently very tight. That one catches the outside black for strike one. 1-1. As there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. 1-2. Chance to get out of the inning here for the Lady Indians. Here with 2 outs and bases loaded. There's a foul ball straight back off the fence. Caught by Cadence Llewellyn, but of course that is not an out since it banged off the fence. It's still 1-2. One-two pitch from Lee. Is called strike 3. And that's the third out of the inning. Back into a 1-run ball game as we head to the bottom of the 5th right after the break.
A local bank puts its customers first.
A local bank is committed to giving back and being a community partner.
A local bank is with you every step of the way and celebrates your success.
A local bank is a familiar face that treats you like family.
A local bank is big enough to serve you and small enough to know you by name.
For 120 years, First National Bank has been Scott County's local bank. First National Bank, your family, your future, your bank.
Danny's Drugs has been dedicated to providing patients with quality healthcare services since 1966. From our beginnings as a fountain drugstore to our current location on the 4th Lane in Oneida, one thing has remained the same: exceptional service. Our staff of highly motivated and carefully trained professionals understand your needs and respond to them in a personal and friendly manner. Our staff works together as a team to provide the finest patient care available. That's Danny's Drugs, putting patients first since 1966.
It's the bottom of the 5th here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. 1-run ball game, 11-10. The score, high-scoring game, already 21 runs. I think that's a Green Day song. Have scored in this game. Due up for the Lady Indians this inning is 8-9-1. Addison Johnson is going to be leading things off for the Lady Indians this inning. Been a very tight ball game so far. Lady Indians still have not relinquished the lead since the first inning, but those Lady Blue Devils sure are putting up a fight. Brought it back to 1 run twice, 2 different times. Have they brought it within 1? And they very easily could take the lead if the Lady Indians do not get some insurance here very soon. Kendon, what did I tell you about coughing on my broadcast?
This is changing of the seasons.
Oh, I know. It's hitting me hard, too.
Addison Johnson.
Every me, but winter to spring and summer to fall, those hit the hardest. 100%. As here comes Addison Johnson to the plate for the Lady Indians. First pitch to her is inside for ball one. Not a bad pitch by Perkins. Just called a ball. Pitch from Perkins. High and out, ball two. It's interesting, the difference between baseball and softball. The fact that both Lillian Haley and especially Perkins here this evening, as that pitch is outside 3-0, excuse me, threw quite a bit of pitches. As that one runs inside, it's a 4-pitch walk for the junior Addison Johnson.
Now batting number 22.
Start things off with a base runner, as here comes Addison Jeffers. The first pitch to Jeffers is a good pitch from Perkins, but a little high. Ball one. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. 1-1. Update coming from the other side of the diamond. Baseball has been defeated tonight 6-3 down in Wartburg, as that pitch skirts away and Addison Johnson moves up to second. That one's going to be high for another ball. Is that 2-1 or 3-1? 2-1. Okay. As she's going to send the ball into fair territory. Nobody's going to grab it. She's going to be safe at first. And that will go down as a single for Addison Jeffers. Flips the lineup over, and here comes Lillian Haley.
Runners currently on first and second for the Lady Indians with only no outs, actually.
No outs. As Haley's going to send one foul high in the air, headed towards the baseball field. Start things off 0-1. Pitch to Haley. Just off. Count moves to 1-1. As Haley smacks one into center field. And the center fielder makes the grab for the first out. Score that as an F8. Score that as an F8. As now the two-hole hitter Braylee Grace England steps up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and 2 walks this evening, in what so far has been a marathon of the game, already past the 2-hour mark. As that ball in the dirt, ball 1. As that pitch is in there, it's 1-1. Good pitch by Perkins. I think that just hit the top left corner of the strike zone. That pitch is high, 2-1. There's another one, skips away in the dirt. And both runners for the Lady Indians will advance one base. Puts them at second and third. So 2 runners in scoring position. Big chance for Braley Grace England to get her team some extra runs. Try to bolster that lead. Still only 1 out. And that's ball 4. Keeps her perfect on-base streak for the night. And loads the bases for Cameron Lee. First pitch to Lee is inside. Addison Johnson breaks for the plate. She'll make it. Scoring that run with some aggressive base running. As now those runners move to second and third. Still 2 in scoring position for Cameron Lee. And a 1-0 count. Next pitch is low. Moves things to 2-0. Third pitch to Lee is high. She's now 3-0. Swinging 3-0 is Lee. She'll poke one through the infield for a base hit. Jeffers scores. England scores. That's 2 more runs on the board for the Lady Indians. And Cameron Lee is standing at first base. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Lauren Stevens. Also 1 for 1 with a single. As there's a ground ball to the shortstop, she'll take it to the bag herself for 1. And it will sail, over the head of the first baseman. And she'll reach on error. But now 2 outs in the inning after the unassisted put out by the shortstop.
Only 1 out for the Lady Indians so far.
2 outs.
2, sorry.
As here comes Cadence Llewellyn. I did the same thing, Camden. It's all right. Lee on first. Stevens on first. As Cadence Llewellyn sends one high in the air down the third base line. Third baseman won't get it. It'll drop foul. Another score update. Oneida Indians soccer currently up 4-0 on Cumberland Gap. Of course, we will have that game against Scott High next Tuesday here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. As that pitch will be inside, Stevens is going to go for second. She will get there with 2 outs. Next week against Scott High, we will have that game. That is their home opener. We will have it here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. That, of course, a spring break game. So that'll be a fun one. As there's another pitch high, Stevens going for third, and she's going to be caught stealing for the 3rd out of the inning. And that will take us to the 6th inning right after the break.
Respect, compassion, integrity, commitment, community. Those are a few of the principles that guide Mountain People's Health Councils in everything we do. We respect our patients and their need for quality health care. We have compassion on those that are sick and hurting and need help. We are committed to do everything we can to help those in need. And we're focused on providing our friends, family, and neighbors with the very best health care available.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
It's the top of the sixth, the penultimate inning here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. This inning and one more as the Lady Indians currently lead by 3, 14-10. High-scoring affair. That's 4. I have been corrected by everybody in this booth collectively all at once. Oh, I wish we could have got that on camera. They just all turned to me and yelled up a 4. Listen, guys, I can do math, I promise. I just get to thinking about other things, you know?
It's like what you said earlier. You're an English guy, not a math guy.
I am an English guy. Actually, I'm a history and science guy, really. I'm pretty good at both of those. What? Yeah, I know I am.
Now batting number 15, Anne-Marie Long.
So leading off the inning will be Long. As she's going to foul one off, start things off 0-1. As the second pitch will be in the other batter's box. 1-1. As there's a ground ball towards Lee, she'll fire it over to first for the out. Score that as a 1-3 putout in your scorebooks. And one out. So after pinch running, Parton will have to take some swings. First pitch to Parton will be swung on for strike one. As the second pitch will also be a strike. It's strike two. Oh, 2. Swing, ball in the dirt, throw down to first, completes the strikeout. So 2 quick outs to begin the inning. As here comes the leadoff hitter, Sophie Hughes. Two outs. No base runner so far this inning. As first pitch catches the outside for strike one. That one's going to be outside for a ball, 1-1. Count even 1-1. Lee, the pitch is going to be a line drive just a bit late on it as she sends it down the first base line for a foul ball. So the 1-2. Lee delivers. Late once again as it's another foul ball. That one's going to be outside as well. Things are going to move to 2-2. There's another foul ball down the first baseline, and it'll drop foul. Battling here is Hughes. Count stays at 2-2. As that one sails high. Count is full at 3-2. Payoff pitch from Lee is a strike, and she'll go down looking for the third out. A 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Indians, as now it turns over and we'll see their offense in the bottom of the sixth right after the break.
The superior technology of fiber optics carries a communication signal that is more robust and reliable than older technologies. Connecting homes and businesses directly to fiber optic networks enables enormous improvements in what bandwidth devices are capable of delivering. Experience Highland Communications world-class broadband, delivered over Highland Telephone Cooperative's fiber optic network to make your online experience extraordinary. Highland Telephone and Highland Communications. World-class connections with a local, hometown touch.
A local bank puts its customers first.
A local bank is committed to giving back and being a community partner.
A local bank is with you every step of the way and celebrates your success.
A local bank is a familiar face that treats you like family.
A local bank is big enough to serve you and small enough to know you by name.
For 120 years, First National Bank has been Scott County's local bank. First National Bank, your family, your future, your bank.
We're back here for the bottom of the sixth, here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. As we saw the first 1-2-3 inning of the game come from the Lady Indians in the top half of the sixth. Due up for the Lady Indians this inning will be 5-6-7 Cadence Llewellyn, set to lead things off. She actually started her at bat last inning in the bottom of the fifth, but after the caught stealing, she will start over this inning with a fresh count. They're going to keep Perkins in this game to start the bottom of the sixth. I'd venture to say she's going to go all the way to the seventh.
Now batting number 9, Cadence Llewellyn.
So as I said before, here's Cadence Llewellyn stepping up to the plate. As she steps in, first pitch from Perkins Inside for ball 1. Starts things off 1-0. As she sends a fly ball right to the third baseman. Easy play for the third baseman out there. It's going to be the first out of this inning.
Now batting number 8, Natalie Munoz.
So up steps the 6-hole hitter, Natalie Munoz. Still looking for her first hit of the ball game. Has drawn a walk. Slices one down the first baseline, foul. Count is 1-1. That one runs inside and a little low. 2-1. As there's a ground ball, third base side just squeezes through the third baseman's legs. Count that an E5, as Munoz will be on base.
Now bat number 5, Maddie Pike.
Up to the plate comes Maddie Pike. As Pike fouls one way back towards the baseball field, 0-1. Good pitch from Perkins outside for a ball. It's 1-1. That pitch in there. Good pitch from Perkins for strike 2. Caught that inside half of the plate. As Pike's going to ground one to second base. Sneaks through. And that'll put runners on first and second.
Now batting number 7.
Did she get a glove on that, or did it sneak through?
It snuck through.
All right. In that case, that is a base hit for Maddie Pike. Which means Addison Johnson now stepping in. Runners on first and second. And one out. First pitch called a ball. Ball gets away from the catcher. Both runners moving and put themselves at second and third. Addison Johnson now with a chance to drive in some runs. And a 2-0 count. One out in the bottom of the sixth. As that one is inside for ball 3. As Johnson swings and foul ball just over the first base bag. So the count is 3-1 to Johnson. Pitch catches the outside part of the plate for strike 2 to Johnson. Full count. Payoff pitch is inside for ball 4. And that loads the bases for the Lady Indians as here comes Addison Jeffers to the plate.
Now batting number 22, Addie Jeffers.
Only one out for the Lady Indians so far in the bottom of the 6th.
That is true. So big chance for Addison Jeffers to do some damage here at the plate as the first pitch sails wide for ball 1. That next pitch runs inside, nearly hits her. Moves things to 2-0. That pitch high. 3-0 count quickly to Jeffers. Walk would score a run, but a hit would score more. I think that was an auto take there from Jeffers. Regardless, it's 3-1. That pitch catches the outside corner. Great pitch from Perkins there on the outside for strike 2. It's a full count. Swung on for strike 3. And that's the second out of the inning. Comes by way of the K. I apologize. That apparently was a 3-1 count. Addison Jeffers still alive. And that's a walk. My reports are telling me that pitch that I thought was strike 3 was in fact fouled off. A run is scored. So now a 5-run lead as the bases remain loaded and Lillian Haley steps up to the plate. Haley swings and hits one high in the air out to left field, and it lands foul. Still only one out with the bases loaded. As Haley swings again, ground ball towards the pitcher. Great throw from her knees. Gets past the first baseman. 1 run already in. Johnson heads home. 2 runs will score. And runners on first and third. So 17-10. So after the E1, still solid attempt there by the pitcher Perkins to try to get the out. Just didn't really go her way. Braylee Grace England steps up to the plate. First pitch gets away. Lillian Haley's going to take second base. Two on, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th. As that one comes inside for a ball, 2-0. Outside 3-0. Base open. Walk does not score the run. And she will draw the walk. Briley Grace England has officially been on base 5 times today and is 1 for 1 on the day with a hit. Cameron Lee now steps in with the bases loaded once again. Perkins with the pitch. High ball 1.
Still only 1 out for the Lady Indians right now with bases loaded.
As Lee's going to swing at one on the outside there. Foul it off towards the Lady Blue Devils dugout. Count is 1-1. One pitch is going to go up the middle. Great play by the shortstop. Goes to the bag. Throws over. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. And they thought that the runner leaving the field was a eligible runner. Regardless, 2 runs score
Now batting number 24
on that play.
Stevens.
And it brings up Lauren Stevens, but there are 2 outs in the inning now. After the unassisted put out by the shortstop. Runner on second. First pitch is a ball high. Stevens takes a pitch high for ball 2. Stevens swinging, trying to take third. She is safe, slides under the tag. I believe that's Cameron Lee out there. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Look at me go. Slides in under the tag, moves up to third. No chance of a sacrifice for Lauren Stevens, though, with 2 outs. As she hits a ground ball to the shortstop. Scoops it up, fires over to first. Gets her for the out on the 6-3 putout. And that will end the inning. Good inning for the Lady Indians. Get that lead back up to 9. As we take it to the final inning, the 7th, right after the break.
When you need physical therapy, don't just think of sports injuries and post-operative care. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we treat patients in all stages of life and with a wide variety of symptoms, from vertigo and headaches to hip pain and plantar fasciitis. The next time you need physical therapy, think South Fork Physical Therapy. From head to toe, we are here to help you.
Relive the moments that made history, on the field, in the gym, and across our community. From thrilling game-winning plays to unforgettable graduations, SFN has over 1,600 videos ready to watch anytime. Join SFN.TV for just $4.99 a month and unlock decades of local memories. Want to own a piece of history? Visit sfn.tv for digital downloads and DVDs of your favorite events. Subscribe or shop today at sfn.tv, your home for local sports and community memories.
We're back here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network for the final inning, the 7th inning. Here in this one, last chance for the Lady Blue Devils as the Lady Indians are 3 outs away from a win. Here in this one, currently clinging to a 9-run lead. Set to begin the 7th. As due up for the Lady Blue Devils is 2-3-4. Dangerous part of the lineup coming up with Perkins set to lead off. as the throw down to second. And we are underway for the top of the 7th. Once again, just 3 outs away from a Lady Indians victory. As the first pitch to Perkins from Lee is inside for ball 1. Kicked up a little dirt as well. Second pitch also runs inside, ball 2. It's all right. As the 2-0 from Lee catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. The 2-1 count. Pitch from Lee is swung on and grounded to short. Snagged by Lillian Haley. What a play. Got her at first. What a play by Lillian Haley out there at shortstop. That might be defensive play of the game right there. 6-3 put out for the first out of the 7th, and now 2 outs away from a Lady Indians victory. But up steps the 3-hole hitter Maggard. First pitch goes high and out for ball 1. Second pitch, a little high. Going to be ball 2. That pitch went way inside. Thought it might have got her, but they're going to say it didn't. It's 3-0. The count, the pitch. Right down the middle for strike 1. As ground ball right back to Lee. Quick 1-3 put out. Gets the second out of the inning, and the Lady Indians with a 9-run lead and 1 out away. I'd say it's a pretty good situation to be in if you're a fan of the Lady Indians. But up steps the cleanup hitter Lane. Lee with the pitch to Lane. Inside. And that's going to hit her. So a hit by pitch puts a runner on first. Brings up the 5-hole hitter Jones for the Lady Blue Devils.
Now batting number 11, Haley Jones.
First pitch taken for strike 1. Runner thought about going from second, but decided against it. 0-1. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Pitch goes inside, gets away from Lou Allen, and the runner will move up to second base on the wild pitch. The 1-1 is high, ball 2. That one's in there, evens things back up at 2-2. So in a 2-strike count, 1 strike away is Cameron Lee. Two-two, the pitch from Lee is swung on and missed, and that is the ball game this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Lady Indians come away with a 9-run victory. The final score is 19-10 in favor of the Lady Indians. We'll keep it right here, and we'll wrap things up. The story of this game was definitely the offense for both teams. A total of 29 runs scored in this ball game. Just a crazy high-scoring affair here at the Jackie Lay Sports Complex. Camden, do you have any final thoughts?
Definitely the fourth inning was the most intense for both teams, actually. And both teams played very well through the end. As
you see both teams gather up in the pitcher circle, we're going to have to say goodbye for now. Thank you to everybody involved in the broadcast. Camden Jones, the new face, great job tonight. The visuals look great tonight on the camera, didn't they? Also, thank you for him for color commentary. Thank you to Will King helping us out up here in the box tonight, doing scoreboard and PA as well. Thank you to our tech directors, Clayton Posey and Greg Bond, and, of course, Ben Garrett with the IH Sports Network. This has been Jonathan Markham telling everybody to please stay safe out there. We'll be back next Tuesday for the soccer home opener against Scott High. That's going to be a fun one. Make sure you tune into that one. Your final score this evening, Oneida Lady Indians 19, Jellicoe Lady Blue Devils 10.